always keep this thing in mind, that you are never too old to stop learning and never too young to start teaching. So it is not like T20 one-day match. It's not like that. It's a journey, and I have taken it as a journey. So as a student of second language acquisition and communication, I have been putting in lots of time, energy and effort in developing this language, keeping this thing in my mind that I want to speak in this language the way I can speak in my mother tongue. It's a very fluent, very confident and very flawlessly. And I also make some videos whenever I get time, so that you can also get some help from me, from my journey, from my experience, from my realization. So today in this video I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons, the 5 key reasons that might stop you from being fluent, or it's already maybe stopping you from being fluent in English speaking. So what are the 5 reasons? Let's understand one by one. The first reason, that is prestige, high prestige. So this prestige problem I have a lot. I accept it. I feel like that I'm taking tuition, I'm teaching the students, I'm also teaching in an English medium school. So if I make some mistake in my speaking, like while making videos, or I mispronounce some words, or I make mistake in constructing a sentence, so that time if any of my students, they watch my videos or they notice me in making mistake, what they will feel about me? My image, my self-image will be at stake, and that is what is my prestige. I'll feel like that I'm like little vulnerable, I'm becoming vulnerable. Okay, they will feel bad about me. They will feel like that he's a teacher, he's teaching us, his speaking is not good, he's making lots of mistakes. So in that case I'll be in prestige. How I'll feel, how you will feel. Sometimes it's might be like you are in a high post, you are a doctor, you are a teacher, or you are in a good post in a multinational company, or you are in a good post in an institution. So that time you know that you have a weakness, that you are not able to express yourself in English fluently, confidently. So if you start speaking, if you start taking part in speaking, if you practice, and that time it is very common that you will make mistake. But keeping this thing in your mind that no, if I make mistake, what others will feel about me, my prestige will go down. They will feel that no, this person is like this person unable to express properly, this person unable to speak in English properly. So they might feel different things, they might feel lots of things. You don't have any control over their mind. But that does not mean you'll stop taking action. That does not mean that you'll stop improving yourself. If you don't take part in speaking, if you don't take part in conversation, if you don't practice speaking, how can you expect that you will become better? So that is one of the reasons that can stop you. And sometimes also, till now also, it stops me in making videos. I feel like that I don't have some good speaking power, so I should not make videos. But if I keep thinking that, and if I stop making videos, if I stop speaking English, if I stop taking action in developing my language, I'll not be able to grow, I'll not be able to speak, I'll not be able to improve my speaking skill, right? As a language learner, you are a language learner, that should not be your approach. The approach should be like that yes, I have the weakness in speaking, I need to improve myself, and for improvement I'm ready to accept all these barriers, I'm ready to accept all these things. These are going to happen for some days or some months, and then I'm going to improve. Okay, and making mistake and happening these all horrible things, these are the part of learning, these are the part of improvement. Nobody has come here learning everything ready, no. So that should be the approach as a learner. as a action taker. Okay, the next reason, that is inferiority complex, that also can stop you from taking action towards your fluency, that also can stop you from taking or from improving yourself in speaking, that is your inferiority complex. What do I mean by this? Understand that inferiority complex, it means the feeling of inadequacy. Inadequacy means feeling of that not enough. You feel like that I'm not enough, my vocabulary words are not good, my pronunciations are not good, the way I construct the sentences that are not good, I'm not sounding good, maybe I'm not looking good, maybe I'm sounding artificial. So there are lots of things, and you always have a tendency, high tendency of comparison. You feel like that you are not as good at speaking English as others. You compare yourself and you feel like you are lower than others. So these all, like, it is very common, it's fact that these are going to happen. Like when initially you are trying to speak this language, you are improving this language, these are very common. There is nothing wrong in that. That's so inferiority complex that maybe you are facing, but please don't be a victim of it. Don't be a victim of it. I also felt earlier, but now I'm not feeling. I feel like that I'm improving myself, and always there is scope of improvement. So it is like in process, it is going to happen to you maybe also. So don't take it so seriously that you are inferior, you are feeling that you are not good, you are not better than others. You don't have to be better than others, you have to be better version of yourself. Understand that way. You don't take that much pressure, that much tension that I have to be like ninja, I have to be like very powerful within very short period of time, so everything you have to do in a hurry. So these are like different thing. Okay, so don't feel inferior, don't feel like that you are bad, your English is totally like rubbish, your pronunciation is like sucks. So these are all things that are going to happen, and you are improving, you are speaking. The more and more you'll speak, the better you'll become. That's all. So it is very common to happen, but don't take it so seriously. Work on it, it will go away slowly, gradually. It is more or less 3 years going on. Till now I have been working on my language, and I can see the improvement in my speaking. The way I used to speak earlier, it is way better than before. I have the clarity now, I have what to say, I'm little better on camera nowadays. So these are the changes happening in the process. So how can I deny this? I cannot deny that no improvement is there, but improvement is coming, but it is taking time. And when the improvement comes, you feel like that yes, improvement is there. But if you stop in the middle, if you feel like that no, I am not good as they're speaking fluently, they have good pronunciation, very impressive speaking style, so these all things you are like, you are watching them and then you are feeling inferior, you are feeling low. So that's not the approach. The approach should be that if they can achieve this, I can do, I can also. Okay, so that should be the approach. So inferiority complex is one of the very common reasons that might stop you, or that is stopping you right now from being fluent or from improving your English. So work on it, don't feel low, don't feel inferior, just work on it, just take it as it is like a part of process, and improve yourself, work on your language, you will improve. That's all. The next key reason is your lack of motivation. I have seen that so many students, so many people, they really want to speak this language fluently, they want to improve their fluency, but somewhere they feel like they don't have motivation, they don't feel motivation from inside, and that is why they don't feel like practicing English, they don't feel like taking part in speaking, they don't feel like improving their fluency. That is a lack of motivation. So it is not happening to them, or it is not happening only to you, it happens almost everybody, those who are working or those who are learning a language to speak. So sometimes I also lose motivation. I'm not hiding this. I also feel like this. Even after working for so many years, I feel like low motivation. So what I do, that I go to the people, those like on YouTube, I go to the YouTube and I see that there are so many people, they are working very honestly, genuinely, they're working on this language for so many years and they're improving. They have got the improvement and they have become fluent. So I take the tips from them, I learn from them, I get motivation from them, and that way I energize myself, I energize my motivation, and then again I start working with lots of effort, and that way my journey goes on. It is not like T20 one-day match. It's not like that. It's a journey, and I have taken it as a journey. Sometimes low motivation, sometimes high motivation, sometimes a little low practice, sometimes very high practice, sometimes lots of time I am investing in one day. So these are already happening, lots of things are happening, and frankly speaking, most of the time I invest in listening. I'm listening to the people, those who are giving lots of ideas, insights about this language, about improving this language, about improving the fluency, speaking style, communication. So these all things. So motivation is not like in one day we'll get motivation and that motivation will work for like a long time. It's not like that. You have to keep motivating yourself. You have to give enough reason for your English speaking fluency, and that will be the motivation. You have to seek for motivation so that you can keep the journey on, you can keep your motivation on. So lack of motivation, it also plays a vital role. It can even stop you from being fluent. So never ever be the victim of lack of motivation. If you are facing this problem, now only, instantly, I'm saying immediately you take action, you start seeking for motivation and keep motivating yourself every now and then, unless and until you get satisfied with it. And one more thing I want to add here, that is, whenever you are listening something, you are taking information, you are taking tips from somewhere, from YouTube, from any other source, from courses, just consume that data, consume that thought, consume that ideas in English only. That is my request, that is my this is my suggestion. So keep practicing that way, keep motivating that way, never ever get out of motivation. The next reason might be a very big obstacle in front of you, that is stopping you from becoming fluent, that is your understanding about your age. What do I mean by this? You feel like that I am getting aged, I am aging, my age is like it is becoming more and more, like I am like 25, I'm 26, I am 30, I'm 35, I'm 40 years, I'm 50 years. You are feeling like that I'm getting aged. It is not the time for me to learn a language. I'm already out of my track, and that is the mind block. You should not think about that. Whatever age you are in, whatever age, like you are in 25 or you are in 30s or you are in 40s, okay, so it's okay. You, as long as you are putting in time, you are putting in effort, you are putting in energy in developing your language, in becoming fluent, you will improve. You will improve. It is impossible that you will not improve. I used to think earlier that I am getting aged, so maybe it is not right time for me to start working on my language. Now I have to focus on other things. But I was wrong. It's not like that. If you are feeling that you are 25, you are 30, 32, 34, 40, why you are thinking too much about that? You start working on other things. At the same time, you start working on your language. You are learning a new skill, that is speaking skill, that is communication skill. So what is stopping you? Your age? If you start thinking about that, your age, that will stop you then and there, and your growth will also stop. So you don't want your growth to be stopped, right? So it's not about the age. Always keep this thing in mind, that you are never too old to stop learning and never too young to start teaching. And the next reason that I'd like to mention here, that is a very genuine reason, by the way, that is not feeling well mentally and physically. Understand this thing very carefully, that mental health, your mental health is directly connected to your physical health, and the vice versa. If you are not feeling well, mentally there's a high chance that mentally you will not be stable, mentally you will be disturbed, mentally you will be like not feeling well to focus on something important. 6 or 7 years back, I was not feeling well physically, like very low energy, like not feeling well, physical weakness, stomach problem, little bit like indigestion, acidity. So these are all problems I faced a lot. And that time I have seen, that time I have observed myself, that physically when I'm not feeling well, physically when I'm not feeling fit, I'm not able to focus on anything like speaking, like taking part in conversation, taking part in like reading or listening, or maybe I'm listening by force but I'm not getting that things like absorption of that listening is not good. So these are all problems I faced a lot. So it's very important, very important to focus on your physical health and mental health. If you're physically not fit, or if you're physically not feeling well, physically you are feeling weakness, then you have to take step to feel physically well. Talk to your doctor or take the vitamins, take care of your diet, these all things, and then physically you will start feeling well. Automatically you will see that mentally you are feeling fresh, and you will be able to give full attention, more and more your energy on developing this language, and then you'll be able to develop this. So at first try to understand physically you are okay or not. If you're not okay, start investing some quality time on your physical health, and when you start taking the care of your physical health, definitely you will see the improvement on your overall health that I have experienced. And that is why nowadays I'm taking care of my physical health as far as possible, at the same time mental health. How you can improve your mental health? Like positive people, positive thought, positive books, or good inspirational, motivational, thoughtful book, new ideas. So these are all things you need to expose yourself to, like the way I do. I read some books, I listen to the audiobooks, I listen to the favorite YouTubers, I listen to my mentors. So these are all things I do, so I get lots of positivity, positive vibes, and then I keep the balance between like mental and physical both. Okay, so the balance you have to keep in, so that will help you a lot. You might feel like that is not that much problem or that much important, but it's not like that. It makes really a huge difference in your energy when it flows. So that time you'll see that it is like working like a magic. It will impact your overall health, it will impact your overall mood, and when you are motivated, when you are feeling energy from inside, you will feel that yes, you are absorbing better. So I genuinely believe that taking charge of both physical and mental health is equally important, and it will give you a very good return if you start taking care of your mental and physical health. So these are the 5 reasons that are stopping you from improving your English. You need to take care of. You should not be the victim of these reasons. These reasons should not be your excuses. I'll come back with more such supportive, more such helpful videos to speak English fluently and flawlessly. Till then, take care. Bye.